Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Ron.
Ron is right here, everyone. Welcome back for more SPTV, where every day is a great day not to be in a cult. We got a good one today. This comes to us courtesy of, I found the thing that we're going to talk about today that I'm going to share with you. I found posted yesterday on the YouTube channel, More Fun Than Sitting at Home. I believe that is Diane's channel. So thank you so much, Diane. She found a post in one of the Scientology Facebook groups about a Scientologist looking for a new body shopping, if you will. It's actually someone making a post on behalf of another anonymous individual. And well, let's just take a look at this and then we will discuss further. All right, here we go. Okay, this is in the Scientology Moms Facebook group, and the last name is blocked out for the person who made the post. But the post, you can see, Kristen says, anonymous post. My friend's mother is dying, and she's looking to help her mom get a new body. This is what is needed and wanted. A home with stable parents, preferably OTs. An OT is a high-level Scientologist. Creative. Lives in or near Clearwater so she can see her mom again. Multiple kids or plans to have other kids. Can help her get on the bridge. That's a euphemism for saying they're rich. Gender doesn't matter. What you will be getting. A being who is funny, loves to help others, loves deeply, smart, solves problems really well, loves to make people smile and make people feel better, sassy, and spiritual. Are there any ladies out there that are pregnant and open to having this awesome being in your family? I want to say this is called body shopping in Scientology, but there isn't actually a phrase for this in Scientology. This is very common. This even happened when, I think it was when my wife was pregnant with our second child. It was either second or third child. One of our friends, the notorious Dan O'Connor of Kansas City. I've known Dan since I was a kid. He was in town and he was actively trying to help my wife find a being. A being to occupy the soon-to-be-born baby body. Okay, so why do Scientologists do this on both ends of the deal? Like, why do you try to help a being get into a new body? Why would you be interested in striking up a deal with a being to occupy your soon-to-be, the body of your soon-to-be baby? I have so many thoughts on this. It's hard to know where to begin. I want to start by going back to this and pointing out that the post doesn't even say, I have a friend. The post, this isn't even being done at the request of the person who's dying. That's actually one of the things that really struck me about this. It's not, I have a friend whose mother is dying, and the mother would like to make sure they get into a new body of a baby that is being born to Scientologists who have already done the OT levels, Scientologists who live near Clearwater or in or near Clearwater, Scientologists who plan to have multiple children, Scientologists who have enough money that the new baby will be able to do Scientology's bridge. I also find it interesting that they say gender doesn't matter. It is noteworthy that Scientology is so homophobic, considering their belief in the immortal, genderless spirit. And what, Siri? Oh my goodness. The HomePod thought I was talking to it. Scientologists' belief in the immortal spiritual being that has no gender and occupies a different body lifetime after lifetime after lifetime isn't really entirely consistent with their incredible homophobia. But Anyway, okay, so I was saying the fact that the request isn't even being made by the person who's dying, it's being made by the daughter of the person who's dying, which makes me suspect that this person's friend is a Scientologist, but their parent isn't. They're trying to arrange a new body for someone that's dying that isn't even a Scientologist. I'm inferring that last piece, but I do believe that I am correct. So Scientology parents, they have this idea that, or because of Scientology believes that a person's personality, if you want to talk about nature versus nurture, Scientologists believe that your personality is purely based on the spiritual being that occupies the body, which Scientology would say is you. You are a thetan, and your personality really has nothing to do with anything that happens to you in this lifetime. And it really has nothing to do with how your parents raised you. Because if you've been alive for 76 trillion years, your personality pretty much already fixed. And so Scientologists tend to be worried that if an evil or bad or downtone or degraded thetan being occupies the body of their new baby, that they're just kind of stuck with a shit individual. And yeah, Scientology is technically supposed to be able to fix everyone who has any sorts of problems and is messed up in different ways. But, you know, that takes a long time and it's kind of expensive. And what if you're so screwed up that you don't even want to be a Scientologist? What if you're so screwed up that you're an SP? That's actually Scientologist parents' biggest fear, that they will give birth to a being that is an SP. And so, so on the part of the parents that are having the baby, they want to have a good being in that body. And what's the best kind of being? It's a Scientologist, not just a Scientologist, folks, but a clear and even better, an OT. So that's really what the Scientology parents are worried about. For the person, I mean, guys, sometimes these posts are being done by someone who's actually themselves nearing the end of their life. Their biggest fear is that they will be born into a family of SPs or born into a family almost as bad that's so poor they can't afford Scientology. Now, I guess if the family's poor, you could still ship your kids off to the Sea Organization. But, you know, it's good to have options. It's good to have a number of options. So if you're the Scientologist that's dying, or you're a Scientologist who has, I guess, a family member who's dying, what you want is to make sure that this being is born into a family that's already in Scientology and that has enough money to pay for more Scientology. And yeah. Are there any ladies out there that are pregnant and open to having this awesome being in your family? I've never actually heard Scientologists get together and discuss, okay, but what happens if, because this person's looking for a new family for her mom, or, you know, on behalf of her friend, for her friend's mom. So your friend's mom just finished living an entire lifetime as a woman. And your friend wants to make sure that when her mom is reborn into another body, that it's nearby so that she can visit and spend time with the mom. But what if the mom is reborn? This whole conversation is predicated on what Scientologists believe, in the body of a boy. I don't know. Seems a little weird. The whole thing seems weird. That's why I'm doing a video about it. So this post, this type of post, the fact that Scientologists post these things publicly. I mean, sure, it's a private group, but this is something a Scientologist is publicly doing. Facebook is public, even if the group is private. This perfectly reflects Scientologists, what Scientologists believe along the lines of reincarnation. and also what it is that Scientologists hope they will be able to achieve, able to accomplish if they do enough Scientology in this lifetime. Because normally speaking, a Scientologist would say that when you die, if you're not in good shape spiritually, when you die, they call it dropping your body. You've already, because this is a prison planet and because these bodies are part of the prison, you've already been pre-programmed by the alien psychiatrists who are working at the Between Lives implant station on the far side of the moon or Mars or Venus. You've already been pre-programmed to report back to the implant station as soon as your body dies. The implant station is the light at the end of the tunnel. So you go to the light, they capture you in the implant station again, they wipe your memory, they reprogram you, give you amnesia, shoot you back down to earth unknowingly into a new baby body to live your new lifetime with full amnesia and trapped in the physical universe on planet Earth in that body. That is part of the prison planet story that Scientologists believe is our existence. It's very Matrix-like. Scientologists believe that with enough Scientology auditing, you regain enough spiritual awareness to break that cycle, bypass the Between Lives implant station, avoid having your memory wiped in the Between Lives area, and that you can causatively select which body you're going to be born in. Whereas if you had gone through the Between Lives implant station, you don't get a choice. You've probably heard me and many other former Scientologists say something like this. It's hard to truly believe that that's what Scientologists believe, but posts like this provide concrete evidence of that. What's interesting to me, though, is that even a Scientologist also thinks that even if the Scientologist mother isn't a Scientologist and hasn't done any Scientology, isn't aware enough as a being to avoid the Between Lives implant station, that if another Scientologist who's enough of an OT, has enough OT horsepower, see, remember, because Scientologists on the OT levels learn to telepathically communicate with sick, disembodied spirits. And so a Scientologist who's strong enough as an OT should be able to telepathically communicate even with a non-Scientologist being and work out one of these deals where it's like, you can occupy my baby's body. And even though you're not a Scientologist, you've received a good referral. We checked your references and you checked out. You're funny. You love to help others. You love deeply. You're smart. You solve problems. You love to make people smile and to make people feel better. And you're sassy. So you get the Scientology OT seal of approval. You can occupy my baby's body. We got a deal. There you go, guys. Just a short one. We are going to do a raid on Natalie Webster's channel. She is live right now. She went live just a few minutes ago. And before we do that, Lori Plays, one of my moderators, says, happy birthday yesterday to the world's greatest moderator, Lydia Von Stretchclaw. Happy birthday, Lydia. All right, you guys, stay tuned. I have this video program to redirect to Natalie's video. So stay right here and let's go room raid Natalie. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here.